Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Susanna. I'm the designer behind First Verse Designs, and over the last few weeks we've been sharing the stitch sampler blanket, and I'm excited to share with you what the next section looks like. So this week we're going to section 7, and if you've been walking along, your project is getting very big now as we are very close to the end. You can see a close-up of section 1, section 2, which uses the moss stitch, and section 3, which we use the Jacob ladder stitch, the cross double crochet stitch, the blanket stitch, and the front post stitch that we did last week. And this week we are now on the Basketweave Crochet Stitch, which is a very beautiful textured stitch. We're making this section 8 inches long, and we've only got 2 sections left with the edging to complete this blanket. And I can't wait to see all your beautiful colors that you've been using to make your blankets. Let's go ahead and make the section 7 of this blanket. Thank you. Section 7 is the next section now, and I'll be using my alternate color, which is white. So you are welcome to switch your colors. And if you remember our last row, which was row 19 of section 6, section 6 finished on the wrong side. So as I usually do, I cut this yarn, the color that I'm not using again, and join the next color. I usually do that with the last stitch. So I finish the last stitch of the last section and make 1 or 2 knots just to secure the new yarn. And then when I'm doing the edging, I'll be able to crochet over it and take care of it. So I've got my hands lying all around. I'm not bothered about this yet. So perfect. We're starting section 7. So we turn and we have our right side. I've shown you multiple times how to figure out where the right side is. The side with the loops, the side with these braids, and the side with your front post stitches. Those were all our right side. So this section, we're starting off on our row 1 on the right side. So we want to start by doing a single crochet, half double crochet, chain 2, and I'm not counting this as my stitch. Half double crochet in each of the stitch across. If your project is not ending on the wrong side or the right side, I'm not really particular about having this section 7 on the right or wrong side because it's a reversible pattern. We'll be doing the basket weave. So you work in half double crochet in each of the stitches, and at the end of the row you should have 169 half double crochets. So I'm almost at the end of the row. Row 1, half double crochet in each of the stitch across. Then this is the end of row 1. We want to proceed to row 2, which is the wrong side, and I'll turn. So I've started with a chain 2. We need chain 3. Then we'll do front post double crochet, front post, back post double crochet, and front, alternating those over 4 stitches each. So we'll work in our first stitch, front post double crochet over the first 4 stitches. That's 2, 3, and 4. Those are front post double stitches. Then we'll go for the next 4 stitches and we'll do back post, front post stitches. That's the first one. the next one, next stitch, 2, sorry, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll do front post double crochet around the next 4 stitches. So this is what you'll be alternating till you get to the end of the row. You should have a stitch left, and we'll work in a double crochet in the last stitch. So I'll continue the repeat: front post in 4 stitches, back post double crochet around the next 4 stitches until you get to the last stitch. I'll be back to show you. So I'm almost at the end of the row. We've been alternating the front and back post stitches over 4 stitches. So this is what I've got so far. And then the last stitch, you want to work in a double crochet in the last stitch. So that is it. We'll turn now. So chain 3, which is our first double crochet. Subsequent stitches, we will be doing a back around the back. So because of the number of stitches I've got, if your row ends with a back double post, back post double crochet, you'll be doing a front post double crochet when you turn. Mine ended with front post double crochet, front post double crochet, and I'll continue to do the opposite now. Does that make sense? So because I'm ended my row with front post double crochet, I'm going to start with back post double crochet. So this is front, but I need to do back over the 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you switch to the next set of post stitches, front post around the next set of 4 stitches. So it's the opposite of what you've got, because you want this to continue to be of the same stitches, front. This is back over here. We're still going to be doing a back. So back post around the next 4 stitches, front post double crochet around the next 4 stitches. So this is what we'll do to the end, and we'll work in a double crochet in the last stitch. So I've done front post, 2 sets of front post double crochets and 2 sets of back post double crochet. So we'll continue that repeat to the end of the row. So we're almost at the end of the row, and this is what row 3 looks like. So for the next 2 rows, which will be row 4 and row 5, we'll be repeating what we did in row 2 and 3. Double crochet in the last stitch. So this is what we've got, and this is row 3. So row 4 we're repeating row 2, and row 5 you repeat row 3. So it's just a basic repeat of front posts and back posts double crochets. I'll be back to show you what it looks like after my row 5. Perfect. So this is what I've got after row 5, and I hope you can appreciate the beautiful texture. Can you see the front post and the indentation created by the back post? If we flip to the back, this is exactly what we will see too. So I told you it's a replica of the front and back, so you don't really need front side or back wrong side at this point. So perfect. We finished row 5. We finished row 5 now, which is a repeat of row 3. The next row 6, we want to chain 3, and as I stated, is always the first double crochet in this pattern. So now we're switching the front posts and back posts. This is the front post for me. I'll be starting with a back post double crochet. So that we've done chain 3, which is our first double crochet. You want to go ahead to do a back post around the first 4 stitches. So we've done back posts around the first 4 stitches. The next stitch is going to be a front post around the next 4 stitches, which is the reverse of what we've been doing. This is the back post. We're doing the front post now. Around the next 4 stitches, we'll go ahead to the next set of 4 stitches and we'll do a back post. So this is what I'll continue to repeat until the end of this row. I should end with a double crochet, a stitch left, which I'm going to do a double crochet into. So this is what it looks like. Front post around the next 4 stitches. Back post. See that? And then we're at the last set of post stitches. So I'm doing back posts around the next, which are the last set, 4 stitches. Perfect. So I've got the chain 3, which is our last stitch, and then I'll do a double crochet in the last stitch. Perfect. This is what we've got at the end of this row, which is our row 6. We'll go ahead and turn, chain 3, which is our first double crochet, and row 7 we're going to do a front post because we've got a front post at this point, which was back. So back post, want to make sure that each set you've got 4 stitches. Perfect. Front posts around the next 4 stitches. Then back posts around the next 4 stitches. So you continue this repeat till you get to the end of the row. So I've done 3 I'll do the last stitch, which is 4. Front on front. Perfect. And we're at the end of the row. We'll work in a double crochet in the last stitch. So that's perfect. And we finished row 7. Next, we'll go to repeat these 2 rows. So for row 8 and 9, you're repeating row 6 and 7. So we'll need 4 stitches, 4 rows per front section and back section. So this 4 rows, we need another 4 rows. You continue the repeat. So in essence, once you get to where the next row now is row 8, so you repeat row 6, row 9, you repeat row 7. Then the next set of 4 stitches, we will be repeating row 2 and 3. You need 4 of those rows. The written pattern makes it much easier. So that will be row 10 to 13, you're repeating row 2 to 3, row 14 to 17, you're repeating row 6 to 7. So when I'm done with those 2 repeats, I'll be back to show you what we have. And you know, we're aiming for 8 inches of this for this section. Thank you. Perfect. So this is what I've got after row 9, and I just wanted to show you the alternates, the contrast between the front and back post stitches. Perfect. So it's a bit summed up. Can you see this part is raised, this is depressed, indented. The differences between the front posts they are so obvious. So we've done this second section. The third section will be a repeat of this, which will make it to be staggered. So front. There'll be another set of 4 stitches that will be front over here. So now we're repeating what we did in row 2 to 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 sections. So the next row is row 10. 10, 11, 12, 13. Repeat row 2 to 3. Perfect. So this is what I've got after row 13. I've added one more layer of the front and back post stitches in 4 rows. So this is what I've added, and I'll do another round, another row, which will be 14, 15, 16, and 17. So row 14 to 17, I'm repeating row 6 to 7. So let's go. I'll be back to show you after the 4 rows have been added. So I've just completed row 16, which leaves me with just one more row to finish the repeat, and felt like we can work the last row of the repeats together. So chain 3, and then you turn your project, and then we'll do a front post around the first 4 stitches. See that? Back posts around the next 4 stitches. See that? Front post around the next 4 stitches. So we want to repeat this till the end of the row, and we're working a double crochet in the last stitch. front posts completed. The next 4 stitches we're working back post double crochet. So I finished row 17 and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sections of front and back double post stitches. Next thing to do is to do the round this section up, which will be going to row 18, and the fun part is that we'll do chain 3 and we're working double crochet in each of the stitches. So you know the first stitch is our first double crochet, and then we want to continue each of the stitch, double crochet in each of the stitches. Double crochet in each of the stitches across onto the last row. So at the end of this row, row 18, you should have 169 double crochets, and your project should be around 8 inches long. If you've adjusted your sections, you want to do the repeats such that you have all the stitches, all the sections of similar height. Perfect. So that's that. The next section is just a row left to get to that next section. The next row is row 19, and we'll be doing a single crochet in each of the stitch across. So chain 1, single crochet in each of the stitch across to the end. So this is what the next section 7 looks like. It's another fun texture section, and for this section 7, it's a yarn eater, I can tell you that. Gives the project a bit of weight, making it heavy. So well, it's adding a fun texture to this project. So perfect. Thank you for joining me with section 7. Thank you for posting your pictures, and thank you for all the fun and love that we've been having making this stitch sampler blanket. See you next week when I post the next section, section 8, and we're almost at the end of the blanket with these stitches. Can you see what we've made together? See the stitches, the sections, and it's growing. See how beautiful the textures, what they look like. Perfect. So see you next week. Bye.